What up, boys and 1 to 2% gals? It's Gaz and welcome to the Warframe video. So today we're going to be talking about the wasted potential of void storms, which are basically fissures in space. Well, you know what? We're actually already in space when we run missions in this game, so we're more in space with void storms. So we'll be going over those and how they probably should have been something more interesting than they currently are. But I actually think that they are a step in the right direction-ish. So we'll go over that. A lot of people are complaining about them right now because they really are wasted potential, especially since we had to wait a little bit longer for them. If you're at least you're on PC. On console, everyone you got the whole update in like a big package, but on PC we actually got Corpus Railjack, and then we waited for the Void Storms and Sevagoth to come out. By the way, Sevagoth is probably my new favorite frame, so expect a pretty positive video on him in the next couple of days here. He is really awesome and really fun, and actually pretty good too. Alright, so let's get into it. What is a Void Storm? And why are they not very good? And why are they wasted potential? Well, let's just first show what a Void Storm is. So, when you go to your navigation bar over here, you've got the alerts, you've got the Steel Essence alerts, you've got the invasions, you've got the Syndicate missions, you've got fissures, and you've got the sortie. In the fissures tab, the Void Fissures tab, if you scroll down enough, so you start out at Void Fissures at the top here, you scroll down, these are Void Storms. These are Railjack fissure missions. And just like a Railjack mission, they have some different objectives, kind of. So we've got the Skirmish mission, which will basically be a standard Grenier Railjack mission where you're killing a bunch of cruise ships. It's usually 8 cruise ships for the high-level one and the Veil Proxima. You'll be killing like 100 fighters, and you'll be doing an objective, like destroy the missile platform, etc., etc. We'll show some gameplay of one in here in a little bit. And just like the normal fissures, these have public matchmaking as well. And you will equip one relic to enter this mission. So let's say I was going to go to the Skirmish on Earth. I would go there, and I would pick which relic I want to radiant it, whatever. That's how you're going to do that. And it's actually going to put you in a squad, and you guys are going to like run the mission. The enemies will corrupt as you play the mission, and let's just hop in here right now with this gameplay. They're going to corrupt, you're going to open your relic at the end, you'll still be able to choose a relic reward as you would normally do in a fissure, and you'll also get the bonus Railjack rewards. These have a unique drop table. Now here comes the big problem, or one of the big problems with this Railjack stuff. And yes, it's infuriating that you actually have to delete all your wreckage to actually run this mission in the first place, and you can't delete wreckage in your orbiter ship. I don't know why they did that, but that's what was happening right here. I got very frustrated. Okay, so here's the big problem. There is a unique drop table for these void fissures. There's the most common drop is going to be some void traces. I think it's like 50 to 100 void traces. And those void traces will let you actually like radiant some relics, things of that nature. The other things in that drop table are additional endo. There's going to be some parts for Sevagoth's new weapon, the Epitaph. There's going to be radiant relics, and then there will also be in both the Veil Proxima and the Pluto Proxima regions, there will be Sevagoth parts. 10% drop chance per Sevagoth part when you complete one of these void fissures. Now here's the big problem. These missions are just strictly slower than a normal fissure mission. If you think about it, the fastest you're going to complete an Exterminate mission in like Titania, Thermal Sunder, Helminth, like craziness, is probably going to be like 40 seconds, maybe faster if you're like the complete speedrunning god, or if the reactants just drop in really quickly for you. But usually it's like around like 1 to 3 minutes for speedrunning an Exterminate fissure. The fastest times I've been hearing about for these Exterminate fissures for the Railjack version is about 3 to 4 minutes, and that's like not even bothering to open the relic. Getting a reactant is a pain in the butt, as you'll see in the gameplay footage here. I just jumped into a public squad, like completely don't even know who these people are, and we almost didn't open the relic. There was a guy barking orders at us too, because in public squad, just classic public squad matchmaking stuff. So yeah, opening the relic is not a guarantee here. Unlike a lot of the normal missions, like except for like really low level lith fissures, you're basically going to always open the relic and get enough reactant. Here, the only enemies that are dropping the reactant are the enemies on the cruise ships, the enemies on the points of interest, and all that kind of stuff. They have to corrupt, and then you have to kill them. Thankfully, the reactant is a shared drop, so say I get 10 reactant drops, and no one else has picked them up, that doesn't matter, because that means everyone gets their relic open because I got the 10 reactant. So that's pretty good, but like I said, there's a unique reward pool, and the Sevagoth frame is like the only reason you'd run this. So it's like a content island in a content island, because you would not run this since it's so slow and inefficient. You would never actually run this unless I'm gonna tell you a positive angle at the end here. But you would never run this unless you need to get Sevagoth, which is like a lot of people are the only reason they're doing it. The high-level versions will give you Sevagoth parts, and Sevagoth is a good frame, so you want him. But what are you going to do after that? You're going to really take 3 to 4 times as long to complete a singular relic? Like, you don't have all day to open these relics. The fact that you're going to get like 2,000 extra endo from breaking down some ship parts and maybe getting a bonus reward, some extra void traces, that's probably not going to be worth it to most people. So that's what I'm thinking right here is like, it's not only, since it's inefficient for opening relics, and like the bonus rewards are nice, but it's nothing like game breaking. Like, oh man, like I got like 4,000, and I'm not saying we need 4,000 endo for completing this, but I'm saying that it's not really worth it. It's like a multi-farm situation where you're getting endo from breaking stuff down. You're getting if you don't have the maxed out intrinsics, you're getting intrinsics here too, and maybe you're getting Sevagoth and opening a relic. Like that's all good, but for a lot of people, so let's look at it like that. Let's say you are a fresh player jumping into Void Storms, which is like hilarious to even think about because you need like all this railjack situation going on. Let's say you're fresh. You need the intrinsics, you need the endo, you need the Sevagoth, and you need the relic parts. There you go. It's a great farm for that player. But once you start getting Sevagoth, say you bought Sevagoth, well, that's one thing that's useless. I don't need anymore. Let's say you have all the prime frames. That's useless. Don't need that anymore. I guess you could sell the relic stuff or get ducats. That's always going to be like a evergreen thing to get. And then we're moving to intrinsics. You've maxed out intrinsics. Well, why are you even running railjack right now? That extra endo better really be worth it to you if you're maxed out on intrinsics and you have Sevagoth already. So now we're just down to only getting endo and prime parts from this, which is the exact same thing as a normal mission. Like you'll get less endo technically in a normal fissure, but you see what I'm trying to say. A focus endo farm will definitely be better than running a void fissure storm, whatever it's called. At the end of this, I got about 2,000 endo in like a 6-minute mission. We are doing the skirmish on Flexa in the Vale. So it just feels like it should have more of a purpose than it currently does, instead of being where you get Sevagoth and pretty much just a waste of time regardless. So that's basically how I feel about it. And what really could have been done better here is that I really feel like there should be some extra unique mechanic here. Like there's like void bombs going off and stuff. Like it's kind of cool, I guess. It doesn't really make much of a difference. Like it honestly just feels like a normal like railjack mission to me, to be honest. Like nothing feels unique here at all. Apparently there's like void explosions going off that hurt you. Like I said, hardly notice them at all. There should be something like where it's like, well, you can open 2 relics at once. They said they don't want to do that, but maybe they should just let you do that. Like let me like drop 4 relics into the container, and then like you shake it up, you open it at the end of the mission, and it will give you the highest rarity item or something like that. Or you can choose one reward from like a big table of choices, because it open all your relics at once that you put in there, and it gives you one reward. Because they said if you can open multiple relics at once, that will make it so less people will buy Prime Access or something like that. And I understand that. I kind of agree, and I think that's not a bad reason they said you can't do that. But at the same time, there is a relic bloating problem in this game that nearly everyone, I'm not saying every single person, nearly everyone has more relics than time. If I was to start opening relics right now, I would not be able to open them all by the time that the game servers have shut down. And that's, like, I'm not expecting the game servers to shut down anytime soon, is what I'm trying to say here. So I have like hundreds, maybe even 1,000 relics, and let's say we're doing Void Storm for a couple of those. Well, that's going to be 3 to 6 minutes at the very quickest to open each relic. So multiply by like 1,000, 6,000 minutes. You see where this is kind of going, guys. And I'm not, and that's the thing is, you might even get relics while opening these, and it just keeps you on a constant treadmill. Of course, that's what they want to do in these live service games, is they want you to always be playing the game, but it's getting a little bit ridiculous here, where it's like, I have too many relics. I have way too, I guess I could sell the relics to people for plat, but that's not really what I like to do personally. I would like to open them all. It's fun to get, like, that's the main loot driving source in this game. Also, if you abort the mission because you get stuck in there with the guy that doesn't want to go back to the dry dock, you lose everything besides the relic rewards and like the end of mission rewards. So that's another problem with it too. Once you're on someone's railjack, you're basically just a prisoner, to be honest. Unless they want to go back to the dry dock, you're a prisoner on their ship. So, running public really sucks. I would not recommend running public, not to mention how glitchy it probably is. So if you look at all these relics I have, I'm never going to open all of these. I'm never going to. Let's see, 73 Techo relics. Let's say I'm doing the fastest mission possible, 40 seconds. That's not counting loading screens, though. And that's like on an Exterminate Titania mission. Well, to open all of those, I would basically need to be in solo mode, because I can't wait for my teammates at the extraction. And, the fissure's only up for like an hour if you see it right when it spawns. An hour and 36 minutes. for the fastest. I'm probably going to run this Neo Fisher. That looks pretty good. And then, I'm never going to ever open these relics in time, is what I'm trying to say. So there definitely needs to be something to do there. There's lots of other potentials. Like maybe you make it where there's a new type of relic that could only be opened in Void Storms that has like a fully built Forma in it as a silver drop. Or maybe make like there's like maybe like 5 different new relics only available in Void Storms. There's a Forma relic where it's going to be the bronze reward, the Forma blueprint. The silver reward is a built Forma, and the gold reward is like a Forma bundle. I don't know, or 3 Forma blueprints or something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? And then like maybe other things like there's a Super Kuva relic where it's like the bronze reward is a 1200 Kuva, like the standard for a Siphon. The silver one is going to be like 3,000 Kuva, and then the gold one will be 10,000 Kuva. Awesome, like things we already have in the game, but just repurpose them. Don't like it's a reuse and a repurpose, but it also makes exciting new loot. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna go farm for some Kuva relics. I'll also be getting Endo while opening these Void Storm relics, and I'm getting intrinsic if you don't have intrinsics yet. Not to mention Sevagoth. So they could have definitely implemented this better. I just thought about that like within 10 seconds, guys. It's all it really is getting Void Traces so you could rad more relics, but you might have already got a rad relic from it in the first place. So I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but I think that it definitely could have been better. And it is 2021. This is one of the main content drops we've gotten. I would like it to be a little bit more interesting. I don't hate the update at all. The best part of the update is Sevagoth, though, for sure. And yeah, I would like to let you guys know that's how I feel about it. Let me know how you feel in the comments down below. I know there has been a lot of negative feedback on the Void Storms. I'm not even talking about the crazy visual effects happening for some people, because that doesn't really affect me. I'm only talking about how I feel and what I've experienced with these Void Storms. So I think they're not the worst thing, like I said, but maybe we should move forward, not just spin our wheels in place. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Keep in mind, those traces at the end of the mission are not affected by a booster, so it is a decent way to get traces, I suppose. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.